going to cover 7 through number 11, and remember you can stop the video anytime you want so that you can copy down the notes or go back on the video. Number 7, a hula hoop is in the shape of a circle with a diameter of 32. What is the measurement closest to the circumference? So this is talking about a circle. It is circumference given diameter. So circumference, we're going to use circumference equals pi times diameter. So the diameter goes from one end of the circle to the other. So that is 32 inches for your diameter. So we're going to write down the formula. We're using 3.14 for pi times 32. So 32 times 3.14. So this is going to give us a circumference of about 100.48 inches. Number 8, what is the solution to the inequality? So we need to solve this. You have a coefficient and a constant. We're going to move the constant first by adding 24 to both sides. Because it is subtraction, we're going to do the opposite. We're going to add. Now here you have 4 negatives and 24 positives, so they're different signs, so you subtract. I get more positives than negatives, so that's a positive 20. Bring down everything else. Now your coefficient is positive, so the symbol stays the same. So I can actually get rid of h and g because you should have x is greater than or equal to, well, 20 divided by 5 is 4. So x is greater than or equal to 4. Number 9. A brick is in the shape of a rectangular prism. So we're talking 3D here. The dimensions of the brick are shown. What is the volume? There you go, volume of a rectangular prism. So that's going to be volume equals big B times H. So we're going to write down volume equals big BH. Well, it's a rectangular prism, so the area of the base is going to be length times width and times height. So here you're just doing length times width times height. So we're going to go ahead and write these dimensions. There's your length, your width, and here is the height of the prism. So 3 times 2.25 times 9. So 2.25 times 3, that gives you 6.75 times 9. The volume here is 40.5 inches cubed. Oh, I did something wrong here. I made a boo-boo. Okay, so 3 times 2.25 is 6.75 times 9. Okay, that's 60.75. I don't know where I got the 40 from. I must have not cleared the calculator. So your answer here is B. Number 10. This one right here is a y equals mx plus b. So which equation best represents the relationship between x and y? I always go look for the y-intercept first, which is your b. And that's going to be 0, -2. That's where that point's located. So that means that we are subtracting 2. So I can get rid of g. Now your m is either rising 3 running 1, or you're rising 2 running 3, or you're rising 3 running 2, because your m is going to be rise over run. So I'm going to go ahead and look for this point here, and I'm going to start doing my rise. So I'm going to rise 1, 2. So I'm already going up 2, and then I'm going to run 1, 2, 3. So this is a rise of 3 and a rise of 2 and a run of 3. So that means that my answer is H. Number 11. This is a composite figure. The diagram is composed of a square, semicircle, and a quarter circle. Which measurement is the best estimate of the area of the park in square yards? So we have a semicircle, a square, and then a quarter circle. So if you look at your formula, you're going to use the area of a circle and then of course of the rectangle or square. So we're going to write down the formula for circle, which is pi times radius times radius. It is a semicircle, so I got to divide that by 2. Then I'm going to include to that the area of the square, which is side times side. And then I'm going to add the area of a quarter circle, which is still pi times radius, divided by 4 because it's a quarter circle. And I know that looks like a lot, but now it's just a matter of plugging in your numbers. I'm going to go to the semicircle. The radius is half of that diameter, while opposite is this 30 yards. So the whole thing here is 30, so the radius must be 15. So we're going to do 3.14 times 15 divided by 2. Now that just takes care of the semicircle. Let's go to the square, which is a 30 by 30. Then we need to look at the quarter circle. The quarter circle, the center of the circle would be here, which makes this line segment here the radius of that circle, which is the 1/4 is part of. So we're going to use 30 for the radius here. So 3.14 times 30 times 30 divided by 4. Now we're just going to calculate. So I'm going to use my calculator. When I calculate the semicircle, I get 353.25 as the area of the semicircle. 30 times 30, that's going to give us 900. So I'm going to tell you B is a distractor. And then over here, since we already know 30 times 30 is 900, we're going to multiply that times 3.14. And then we're going to divide that by 4. And I get 706.5. Now I'm going to combine the 3 areas to find the total area there. And when I combine it, I get 1,959.75 yards squared. So my area here, closest answer would be D.